Hi, it's Maya Dion, and this is the second video in the Finding Next You Hope for Widows and Bounce Back Widow presentation. In this video, we're going to talk about how to apply your core values and your personality traits to creating and building your next you plan. How do you implement your core values and personality traits into being fulfilled every day, feeling motivated every day? Doing things that don't feel so hard to do, don't feel so impossible outside of your character just because they're positive or just because they're super fancy. Things that actually appeal to you. We're going to use ChatGPT to do that. Here's how it works. Here's where it was in the actual presentation that I did. So here's what we're doing. I'm going to just grab this actual thing here and the daydream experiment. So if you didn't do the daydream experiment, go back and do the daydream experiment where you write out a day in the life, what it would be like, what peace is like to you. And go back to chat and say, okay, based on what we had found out and given it from the core values before. If you didn't see the first video, I put in my core values right there, and my personality quiz result from the 16personalities.com, which was, and I'm going to get rid of this so it's not in the way here, which was the INFJ advocate. That's me. You can take the test without having to log in. Or if you already know your INFJ result, you can just pick one from here. But usually it's best to just take the test, to be honest. Okay, so meanwhile, I did that and I asked it about that, that anger breakdown that we did in the presentation. So this broke down all of the reasons that I'm angry, all of the reasons that I feel deep in my core values, how I really feel beneath everything and why. So then I decided, okay, well, show me how to use those core values to self-soothe and to heal in that in those feelings, from those feelings. And that broke that down for me. So now we're going to say, okay, take that, given my main core values or given my core values, I already told it, it already knows. If you haven't done that part, you can stick them in there. And my personality strengths and weaknesses based on it knows that already because it is very familiar with this test. ChatGPT is in general. What daily practices would I need to perform to reach the goals in my daydream experiment? So, my daydream. Okay, I'm not even going to say my daydream experiment. Well, I could say my daydream experiment. Which was, okay, experiment, got to be specific here. Results, so that it understands exactly what you're talking about. Which was, and then the daydream. So, and I'm going to have to do this off the cuff here because I didn't write mine down. So I will say what my vision was when I was first widowed and when I did this exercise myself. So it was that, and you can always say these things and dictate it rather than, and it will type it in for you rather than like having to type it all in, which I may do. So I might just say, dictate here. Oh, wow. If it asks you that, that's the answer. Anyway, a day in the life for me would have been, in my daydream exercise, would have been like I wake up when I'm finished sleeping because the kids, maybe I took them to school already and got up early, took them to school already. They already have like these uh, lists that they follow so that they're productive and they know how to be ready when it's time to go. I took them to school and I came back. And when I came back, it was something that I didn't have to like do anything in particular. Like I could have a very slow morning. My slow morning would have been about, drinking a cup of tea. Like I said, get up when I'm finished sleeping, maybe go back to sleep if I want to, but really and truly just having a slow and morning where I'm listening to maybe a meditation, a prayer, something like that on my phone. I do some yoga to get, stretched out and feeling good. Go for a walk or something that, has my self care prioritized. And then when I get home, maybe I'm coming to a nice brightly colored office that has doors, French doors, has doors that close me off from the world so that I can literally be in my own world, creating something, producing something, helping someone in some kind of way. Being a coach pretty much, helping and creating things for widowed people. Just doing what I love and being in my passion like all day long. Then I go and get my kids, pick them up, bring them back home, spend time with them because being home allows me to do that. Um, Having healthy meals all day, that are catered to my actual health because I have a lot of different nuances with my health, especially being perimenopausal. All the things I have to make sure that this doesn't affect that or this doesn't like all the side effects in my love hate relationship with food. So I have mastered this wonderful diet that, is supposed to help me feel energetic, address my iron, and so on and so forth. So, at the end of the day, I'm, spending time with my family where we do TV time, couch time, where we hang out, and then go to bed at a decent time where I'm actually getting enough sleep. I'm feeling fulfilled and productive and hit all of my core values for the day, or at least one or two of them, and start over again the next. That's a day in the life for me. I'm proud of myself because I'm taking care of myself and the people that I love. And yeah, that's a day in the life for me. So, so let's see if it remembers all that I just said. It's going to suck if it doesn't. Oh, awesome. So, yep, it wrote it all out. Perfect. And it attached it to what I had written before. So that is awesome. Okay. So I'm going to hit that parenthesis because that was the day in the life right there. And then I'm going to hit return. See what it says. Drum roll. Wow. Okay. So it tells me about my daydream. It says, I'm not longing for luxury. I just want safety, peace, structure, meaning, softness. Yes. All of this. Emotional spaciousness. Yes. Tells me about how my 16 personalities, and it even knows where to get it, how it, goes in here. It reflects a life where my nervous system is regulated, all of these things cared for. And so what my vision really needs, my ideal day is built on 5 emotional needs. So it tells me about all of the things that it basically breaks down all the things. So it tells me how I can have a daily practice that does these things. You know, daily practice here, create repeatable systems instead of relying on constant mental labor. I actually did this. I talk about it in the presentation where I had little charts for them, little lists, nothing fancy, where they knew a morning checklist. They knew what to do every morning, so I didn't have to do the constant mental labor of repeating myself about how to do that. I did have a backpack station. We did have a family cleanup rhythm. So all these things were I don't know why this is there. All these things were helpful to me to create this life based on that one day. So this is all. These are the dailies because that's what I asked about. Do one more and say, hey, can you create me a schedule? Because I believe that is I'm looking for my here it is. So can you create a however month schedule with 1 to 2 practices per day for me? So now I'm gonna stick that in here and say, oh, let's say a 2 month schedule. And it does it right there for you. Month 1, day 1, Drink tea in silence before checking your phone. Like, how hard is that? Like these are very easy, simple things that you can, just to create habits, write about, what do I need most right now emotionally? This is what this is. Just giving you two simple practices every day for 2 months. It wrote them all out. And it might even ask you if you want this in a form that, no, it doesn't ask that. But you could say, hey, can you put this in chart form? Can you make this a downloadable Excel chart? Can you make this a downloadable chart that I can read in a PDF? Like that's what ChatGPT is for. That's what AI is for. It's not to do the work for you, it's to do the brainstorming with you when given the right information. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if these are things that you would love to have, like tools like this, and maybe present more. I can present more things like this, or um, give me some feedback on how helpful this could be for widows. And I will see you in the Instagrams. Bye.